Right, I think we're back. We are waiting for everyone, I think. Okay. Let's make sure everybody's on the same tyres. Everybody is on the same tyres, which you'll love to see. The soft runners, obviously, they're going to get extra laps. They're going to get an extra lap on the tyres. No tyre wear. That's probably going to help them out a lot on this track, actually. So we'll see how far that goes. We'll try this again. This beautiful, beautiful game. Hopefully, no issues this time, and we can get done as soon as possible. Got Erpek once again in first, Dram in second, Pease, Makus, Wouter, Adakov, Hullet, Razorback, Colin, Rob, Stevens. They round out your top 10. They're all going to start on the soft tyres. Then we've got ESW, JR in 11th on the mediums, Petuka 16 and 12, our only hard runner, and then Marty, Ragnar and Ivory Mike. They're going to round out the last three on mediums. Hopefully we get through this squeaky clean. No safety cars, boys, please. I'm running on a strict time at the moment. That would be much appreciated. As we're going to watch Tram now right up the back, just weaving away. Obviously, that rule in real life, the Verstappen rule, you can't go right up behind somebody now. Do that in the safety car, of course. And hopefully, everything gets going smoothly. We'll make a little prediction for this race. I think we're going to get... Oh, this is going to be... You know what? I think we're going to get Erpek to walk away with it. Pease in second. I've got faith in the man. And I think we're going to get Adakov in third place. As they come up to the line. Attempt 2 at the Baku Grand Prix for IRT. My second now attempt at a race start. Please, Codemasters, have mercy. Please, fingers crossed. There we go. As the lights come on now, and who shall I steal? Who shall I steal? And it's pedal to the metal, and we are go 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 go. As Pease gets a brilliant start into first place. We have a drive-through penalty for Petuka, who started too early on those hard tyres, trying to get into a rush. Pease straight up into first in the Grand Prix, jumped 2 people. What a launch from him! I bet he's on a pad. We're going further back to the field. The relentless driver, incredible start. Petuka got a drive-through penalty. He's down in last place on those hards. I look at everyone piling up back here. Quite clean at the moment, it's looking, which is good to see. We're on board with Wouter. He's just in between. So yeah, just as we got away from the start there, Pease jumped straight up into first place. He'll be very, very happy with that start. Erpek will be hoping soon. I'm not sure quite what happened to his start here, but he's finding himself now chasing the relentless car, and there's not much of a run from the line to the first corner, so I don't know how he managed to do that. As we see Razorback and Stevens going side by side now. They're going to go to the castle section. Oh, he tries to hang it there. I'm not sure that was the smartest idea, as they're coming through the top now and back onto the winding, almost a little bit like Australia, this part of the track, I always think. But pretty clean start for the most part. Adakov making the move now past Marcus. What's happened here? Marcus, has he got wing damage? He's lost a lot of positions. Has he got wing damage? Is he missing an end plate? I don't think he is. He's just lost 3 positions there. It's looking fine. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but we'll cut back down here. Schwamm's going to get the slipstream. Is he going to use any ERS? He's not at the moment. He's going to sit behind, and Erpek's going to go for the move. Then we're going to look at this from Wham's point of view as they go side by side. Wham's looking at this from behind. Can he get anything done? No, he's going to look at it. Pease drops down into second. Very late move by Erpek. Swinging across the track there. I don't think Pease will be too happy about that. As is he going to look at it again? We're going to just keep on this for a moment. Erpek, yeah, very, very late swing across, but he does get first place. Pease now chilling in second. Wham in third, Walter in fourth. Adakov in fifth. It's starting to calm down just a little bit. Everyone's kind of gaining their formation a little bit now. Drivers at the back, they've fallen way behind. I think Marcus had to pit for damage, and so did Razorback, I'm assuming. Marcus lost a lot of positions there, so they're the ones that have really been hurt by this. EVG Ragnar, now the leader of the medium runners, found himself into 9th position. He's found himself in a decent position, but he has to hold on for one more lap before DRS gets activated, so he can keep with these soft runners, which he's really struggling to do at the moment. And we're keeping it nice and clean. This corner, very difficult at the start of the race when you've got heavy fuel loads. Not to just ram it straight into the wall. Oh, my nose. Carwin Rob just started to drop off a little bit from the pack. Needs to be careful. Stevens has already gone. But Carwin Rob, they're not going to get DRS this time. It's going to be activated once they cross the line. Is anyone looking like they're close enough to get a run? Maybe ESW JR. He's looking at it. He's using a lot of ERS to get it done. As they're going to come side by side out into turn 1. He's on the outside. He's not quite ahead though. He does go around the outside. And he's got the move stick. Got the move stick. That's a sentence. He's stuck the move. As EVG rank now, he is going to get... No, is he not going to get DRS? Yeah, he is going to get DRS. He's going to look back at ESWJR. We see a lot of trading here as Marcus now goes past Patuka. Patuka's in the pits already on those hard tyres. His strategy really has not worked out, and he's going to be hoping for a safety car to give him any chance of points in this race. Rank no, couldn't quite get it done. Maybe not running quite as much straight line speed. And the fight to be the lead medium runner continues back here. We're going to move a little bit further to the front for a second, but these guys are running kind of just in formation at the moment. Erpek actually 8 tenths ahead. If he can break the gap before this straight, he's looking like in a very good position. Obviously we know how strong DRS is here. 9 tenths. We're going to have to start seeing PGUs, which he is doing, just to keep in, because this is a very critical part now. As they come through these last few corners, he needs to keep a 1 second gap. We'll just keep him more for a moment and see whether he can. 9.8 it is at the moment. Can he just... No, he's dropped behind at the moment. He's going to have to use to keep in. What are their straight line speeds like? What are their setups like compared to each other? He's using a lot more there, but he's keeping in. And he's going to get DRS, I'd assume. Yes, he is, and he keeps in. I think that was very important. But crucially, Quam does not. And that's going to see Walter, who has got DRS. Will he go for the move now? He's going to back off. Quam's already derating. And I think he's probably going to look at it in the next corner. He's going to have DRS. Juan is not. I don't know if it's Juan or Juan, as ESW is... JR once again ranking their trading positions. They're side by side. Just keep an eye on the Delta there, as ESW... contact. I heard it there, but Walter's just got past just in time for the corner. But yeah, we heard contact between these two. They're going to go side by side again. Oh, what's just happened there? He's made contact with Martin. They've gone into the wall. That was just on a straight. How's that happened? And that match is looking at you. JR, it's a yellow flag. It's not a safety car. Now has retired. Is it a safety car? I think it's just yellow flags. I can't understand. That was in a straight line. We was watching that fight there between Rang and ESWJR, and all of a sudden I just saw Marty come next to him, and then one person did a wall. And now Calvin Rob has Span coming out of that, whatever that corner name is, at the top of the castle section. The back soft runner not having a great time, to be honest. He's dropped way behind the pack now, and he's going to have these medium runners coming up behind him. As JR's got damage, I'm assuming. He's let Mike past, so I wonder whether he just thinks Mike's faster. Good teamwork though, lets Mike past. Now he's going to defend these guys behind. Well, I said I'm not sure if he's got damage. He's got no front wing whatsoever. So that's that. So Ivan and Mike at the moment are a lead medium runner, but he is a long way behind that pack of soft runners. I don't think he's going to actually get the advantage, and he's already very low on ERS. And what is happening here? Calvin Rob almost puts in a wall. What is happening at the back? I can promise you now, safety car is on. It was turned on. Let's have a gander. It was 100% turned on because I had to put it from standard. Where's it at? Well, I don't know where I'd find it. Rules and flags. Yeah, safety car is on standard, so it is on. So don't come at me, Jav. You useless fool. I know what I'm doing. Safety car just doesn't want to come out, apparently. But yeah, we're going to come out. Walter. Urpek, in the meantime, has gained a 1.7 gap to P, so his pace just looks far too good, at least on these softs. There's the two relentless drivers now in second and third. We've missed, obviously, that part when we were dealing with the safety car incidents. They've taken over these two FR drivers, so now we've got NLR, RL. What is happening at the back? Everyone's pitting already. What is going on back here? This is the biggest, like, gaps that I've seen between people at Baku already. The yellow flag is up like every few seconds. I'm not sure what's going on. As Wouter now overtakes his teammate Pease going down the back straight. I don't imagine they're going to fight each other too much there. This Pease can't help himself but lock up on a corner where you really should not be locking up. And will Pease play the team game now? Can he hold off these guys for Wouter? He obviously don't want to lose DRS. We've got Urpek. I thought he was just weaving in front of Wouter there, but he's not doing this. Pease is going to get quite a good run, but it's not going to be enough. As Marcus, I thought we had an overtake. I thought we had excitement. But Mike's just into the pits. And he's replaced his wing. And when it looked like Mike had a chance, not anymore. Not anymore. So, I feel like I've said this about 50 times now for different people, but now Marcus is our lead medium runner. Mike's on the softs. Mike is on the softs. Okay. We're going to cut back to the front of the group. We're going to have REL and LFR together as P's massive tank slapper there loses grip. LFR Quam's going to try to take major advantage of that. He's going to go up the inside. This is a very dangerous place to go side by side, but he does it. His internet connection does not look the most stable, which probably isn't too inviting for P's, especially in that high-speed corner where you go side by side. But now Walter's found himself out of DRS. Comfortable position. Can't quite get into Urpex though, but he has closed the gap by 2/10. And now Peace is probably going to have to run back on Juan, who's not going to get DRS, I would assume. As we've got another yellow flag. What is going on? I'm not going to cut to. I'm going to stay in mode of this because we are going to see an overtake here by Pease as Walter's in. Walter's in the pits. And so is Hullet. So early moves being done. This is where the real work happens. Walter clearly trying to close that gap. We're going to go back on board here for a minute. LFR Adakov's going to go up the inside of Pease. He's going to get the move done. Can it be a double whammy from the LFR drivers? No, it's not got the cleanest exit there, but we're going to go on board with Pease, who's also not going to get the best run. All ERS being used. Pease has nothing left to fire with. What is his setup? Because he's so slow in a straight line. And Pease is coming under all sorts of pressure from the LFR team. This is great action in the midfield. Well, front of the midfield, but with 15 drivers, it feels like it. I want to cut to other parts of the race, guys, but this seems to be where all the juice is happening at the moment. Pease finding himself in a little LFR sandwich. And I can promise you now, That'd be like a chocolate spread butty. I'm allowed to get away with that one because I know him, so it's alright. ESW JR has retired. On track. And now we're going to have Petuka coming up the back of... Is that Mike? Yes, it is. On the mediums. Hey. Oh, ESW Junior retired in the pits. There we go. Oh, we got like an onboard interview whilst we're racing. Look at this. As he leaves the session, never mind. What a rude person. LFR Quam now. Oh, I'm glad we cut to that at that moment. Almost losing it. Those softs clearly going on him now, and he's going to have to pit, you'd assume. I'm getting close now. Patuka's driving in AI mode. Patuka is driving in AI mode. And the AI is set to 80. And I don't want to be the guy to I don't want to be the guy to call things out here. But that means that ESW Ivory Mike races on 60 AI difficulty confirmed. Mike's not being able to beat 80 AI, boys. We know when he plays his my team on. This fraud. We go back to the front of the group. He's now behind Adakov. Obviously, we saw these pit stops. Erpet stayed out an extra lap. We're going to see whether this benefits the likes of Wouter and Hullet, who pitted early as Adakov's all over the place. These softs seem to have completely lost their grip right now. And obviously, we know, I've said this every single week, but I'll say it again. You're not necessarily teamed with who you're actually in the event with. The game on custom cars does team you with a random person. Jeff Barron, don't ever tell me what to do again or I'll slap your mother up. Of course I will, mate. As P's going to keep the hunt on. Is there anything else happening close on? I think this is the thing that we have to look at the moment, because these guys are going to pit. We're actually going to look at Erpex soon, but he's going to come in, I'd assume, which he is. So we'll go on board with Wouter. We're going to see where he comes out in respects to Erpek, who has now gone into the pit. Our race leader is in. Adakov is in. Everyone is in at the front. So we're going to, I'd assume, see Wouter take control of this race for now. Maybe. Will he get the gap? He's coming down to the front corner. This might be quite tight. This is going to be very tight as he comes down the final corner. Let's have a look at this from Erpek's point of view. He has lost out majorly by staying out there. Hullet has jumped a lot of them. Brute Hullet with an absolute masterclass there. We'll find out whether it works out towards the end of the race. But now he's found himself in P3. Peace has dropped down to 6th. This has been a nightmare for him staying out. And he had to stay out, obviously, as Razorbacks got past Stevens there. He had to stay out because his teammate. But you don't know in this. Maybe that wasn't his teammate. They both could have pitted at the same time. Maybe they forgot that. I'm not sure. As Steven gets the move back done on Razorback. But yeah, like, it's not quite worked out for Peace. Maybe he didn't realise, like, you're not actually teammates. Like, you might not double stack. But either way, unless maybe he did get a double stack, but I think he'd have lost more time than that because he's still right behind these guys. So it's just not quite worked out for him, this pit strategy. And who it has worked out for very well is Wouter, who has taken control of this race. And Roosy Hullet, who out of nowhere has put CPI in a podium position at the moment. Razorback in 9th place. I want to give a few more people a little bit of exposure before we cut to the front. Whilst it's a little bit dead, we're going to cut to our correspondent, who's going to give us a little bit more details on the situation with ESWJR. Felipe Massacre, what have you heard?
Well, basically, today JR Designs, he told me that he crashed into the wall and he got a little bit of damage and kind of he left the lobby because he didn't know those were and caused a lot of issues.
Oh, thank you very much for that very detailed information there, Felipe Massacre. Always on the scene. So we cut now back to LFR Adakov, who is comfortably sat in P5. These two LFR drivers having a very good race. Still Not quite sure what these drivers can pull out the bag to take points away from Ariel, who are quickly looking like they could walk away with the championship. But Erpek, showing his pace, he's already within DRS of Walter, and his pace has looked absolutely incredible. I've never heard of this guy before, but my God, he's fast. He's not too shabby Alonso, is he? He's currently chilling behind Walter. We're going to cut a little bit further back. I like this little scrap that we've got in the midfield. We're going to try to see RLPs find his way through the group. A few Felipe fans in the crowd, that's what we love to see. Rumour has it he's the hottest free agent in the league racing community at the moment. Future ZOR champion, I heard. As Walter heard what I'm saying, starts to put in the pace and pulling the gap a little bit to Erpek. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be quite interesting. They're kind of fighting on their own at the moment. Marcus on 7 lap old, he's in P7, he's on 7 lap old mediums. He's going to have to pit again, you would assume. So there's still chances for drivers at the back. Maybe not, Mike, maybe not. But a safety car, which is turned on by the way, could change things. We're going to go, I'm sorry, it seems boring that we're sticking with these, but we are going to stick with these for now. We're going to go to Adakov actually. Will he go for the move with his teammate? This seems to be the only thing that we can move to at the moment. Let's find out if he goes for a move with his teammate. Is the team orders? He's not trying to get slipstream. And I think they're happy just to chill. Yeah, he's letting off a little bit. So these guys playing the team game. As you can see by penalties, only one with Carl and Rob. Stops. Everybody has stopped once. Apart from Carl and Rob who stopped twice. But we have got people who stopped quite early on. Let's have a look at the gap to the leader. Yeah, these guys are going to drop really far behind. Fastest laps at the moment, held by Pease with a 140.8. So we'll hide that again for now. We'll go back to tyres. And we'll just keep on board with this. This is the only thing really happening at the moment. I apologise, but these three here, the two LFR guys and RLPs, have given us most of the action. Erpek just kind of staying the same distance behind Welch at the moment. I'll run you maybe through the ERS situations. So we've got 24, 36, 24, 33. And actually, I'm going to cut that for a moment because I think this could be the time where we see a little bit of action maybe. I think we could see an LFR swap. I think they might have to because Pease is going to be right up behind them this time. And we are going to see an LFR swap as Adakov's surely going to get past one quite early before the line. What's he do? Yeah, and I assume they're not going to fight because it will cost them. Which they don't. Oh, a little bit wide there by Juan. Wouldn't be surprised if that was a warning. Not much is happening, lads. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little bit dead at the moment. A little bit of weaving, obviously not wanting to overtake. P's just kind of stuck behind these. Not much he can do with these two drivers giving each other DRS and slipstream, which obviously is part of the team game. Yeah, not much is happening. I can run you through. Earlier on today, I opened 2 85 plus player pick packs. My first one got Chiro Mobley, absolute fodder. But then in my second one, FUT captains Marky Noble. So the pack looks strong with this one today. Decent finishing weekend league for me. It's been going well so far. Internet's back. Jermaine Defoe came out, been trying him for a bit, he's been solid. How about Burnley, eh? Lost to Norwich. Terrible from them. We're probably getting relegated. Sean Dyche will go to a Prem team. He'll save Everton or something next season. So yeah, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. We can talk about something that's not really relevant. I don't know what we can do at the moment. We're on lap 12 of 26. Just about halfway through the race. But start lap 13. I'm looking at the clock. We started at about 1:45. Alpha Juan's going to get the run. He's not going to quite get the move done. Yeah, we started about 1:45. It's now 5 past. If we don't get a safety car, it's looking likely that your boy might be getting some tonight. which we can always clap at. Erpek closing the gap a little bit more now to Walter. Sees that flashing light of Walter, maybe thinking, oh, a little bit of weakness. Maybe I can extort that as these two LFR drivers continue to maintain the midfield. Catching Hullet a bit, almost within his DRS. That could shake things up a bit. Throw Hullet into the mix. That could maybe open a few windows for Pease to go for a move, because at the moment, he's kind of in no man's land. Can you hear like how full my nose is, lads? I try to talk, it just sounds like I'm drowning. You ready for this? This is going to sound beautiful. Oh, yes. If that didn't turn you on, nothing will. There's Juan once again taking it quite tight. You can see he's kind of jolted all over a bit. Everyone else seems quite stable, so it's just his internet, I'd assume. Please, God, don't be mine. Too many incidents. This has been shite, hasn't it, really? If we're being honest with ourselves. Adakov's just out style. Everyone's just on the brink. Mate, this would have been the lap, to be honest. This would have been the lap for him to maybe have a crack at it, but he's not going to get the chance to. We'll go on board with Erpek. Erpek now within 3 attempts. Probably won't go for the move this time, but there's a chance out of turn 2, if he gets the run, which he is backing off a little bit. He could go for it, or maybe... Hear me out. Maybe he's just purposely hanging out behind Walter. He let off quite a lot there when he had room to get closer. I think he's just happy to stay behind Walter till near the end. If someone could go for something, that would be fantastic. As Marty's into the pits. Marty, mate, not quite the excitement I was hoping for, mate, but I appreciate it. You're attempting something. As Petuka finds himself now into the point positions in his AI car, which Ivory Mike can't keep up with. Obviously, Petuka will not be scoring points, I'd assume. I'm trying to figure out if he is like driving or not. It is. Yeah, that is the AI. It's not him, is it? Right, perfect. This is a lot closer to where it needs to be. Let's see what he does down this straight. Let's see if he lets off of it. We're going to stay on board with him and not go for the cinematic view. Just because I want to see whether he's... Yeah, look, he's not using... DRS is on. This move should be quite easy. I don't think he's going to be able to afford to let off. And no, he doesn't. And he takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Will Walter be able to fight back? As Adakov takes the third place off of Holt as well. Now it's starting to kick in. This is where the action starts to come. I just slapped my chest for some reason. That's to show I'm excited, I guess. As Adakov moving out of the way, trying to break the slipstream. It's not quite going to work. I don't think Walter's going to be close enough. Maybe he is. I'm looking at keeping an eye on the Delta. Holt's got back past Adakov there, and Erpek keeps hold of the lead of this race. So Adakov drops back down to third. Holt holds on, drop down to fourth, sorry. Holt holds on to third for one more lap. Now it's time for these LFR drivers to get a little bit of teamwork, try to make some moves happen, and maybe, just maybe, we might have to see a CPI and Relentless team up. As I think the only way that Holt can keep these two at bay is maybe working with Peace. But we'll see what happens there. Obviously, they won't be in a party together. So they're not going to be able to verbally work together. That is against the rules. But if it's to benefit them both, that's part of the game. As Walter, look at this. 9 attempts back already. He's going to be out of DRS. I'm not sure if he made a mistake there, but Erpek has looked rapid this whole race. Oh, the sniffles. Yeah, he's broke DRS. So Erpek, if he doesn't make any mistakes, should be on to take the win of this race, barring his safety cars, which are turned on. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at the action here. Adakov gets the run on Rue Hullet. He's going to go for it. Are we seeing the same from his teammate? Can he get past as well? He looks at it, you know. He does look at it. He hasn't quite got the move done. He's going to have to maybe wait for the next corner. What's Root Hullet's setup like? What's his straight line speed? Great exit there from Juan, one of the two. You can tell he got a great exit. He's right up the back of him. Will he send it here? He's looking at it though. He's nice, choosing to hang around the outside, and he's not going to go for it there. And now Pease can maybe think of something. So the order has changed a little bit. We've got Erpek, Walter, Adakov, Hullet, Quam, Pease, Marcus, Stevens, Razorback, Petuka, Marty, Ivory Mike, and Carwin Rob. Currently the only runners left. 1.9 seconds now the gap from Erpek to Walter. Minus a little stint where he got jumped on the pits. He has 2 lap fresher tyres now. He's took the lead back. He seems to just have the pace. Bar anything weird happening, it's almost looking like a dead set now that we will see NLR take the victory of this race. And whilst at the moment, I think he's going to start thinking about possibly racing for P2, holding on to that. As Adakov's, has he broke a second? I think he's broke a second to Hullet. Has Hullet got DRS? I don't think he's going to get it. No, he hasn't. He's lost out by like 1,000th of a second. That is brutal. And he could have used a bit, and now he's going to lose out to LFR Juan. I don't know what to bloody call him. Adakov has really held out his teammate there by just being fast. And Hullet now dropping down the field, and we're starting to see already the drivers that undercut early. Maybe the tyre wear is already causing an issue. Surely not. But I mean, those two drivers are dropping down the field. So as Carwin Rob picks up another penalty, our only driver to do so currently. I think Petuka actually picked up a penalty at the start for setting off too early, but as far as corner cutting penalties go, it's been quite good so far. It is hard to pick them up here, I will say, but like I said in qualifying, the corner that they're coming up to now, if you get a little bit too eager, quite easy to pick up a warning or two. No DNFs in the castle section as of yet. People seem to be getting better at that. I remember when the track first came out, that corner was very, very daunting, and over the years it's kind of just become almost second nature just to get through there squeaky clean. So hopefully, oh, did I hear contact on the wall there? I don't think so, but it'd be nice if we did. A little bit of action. As I will say, actually, I was saying before, Walter might have to start looking at defending P2. He definitely is going to have to start looking at defending P2, because Adakov, who we saw had great pace in qualifying, has closed the gap dramatically. He's probably going to get the overtake here. Yes, he is. Look at the straight line speed. You see that red flashing light. He's going to choose to go on the outside. And Juan's dropped far back as well. Walter's now dropped down to third, so this is not the race that we expected from Relentless, to be honest. They've been quite dominant in this series so far, and both drivers kind of struggling a bit. P's really struggling, just hasn't been able to really get going since after the pit stops, when he completely misjudged his pit strategy. I think he might be regretting that one now. And Walter, who initially looked like he'd got a jump on the field, has just dropped down. He's in P3 at the moment, and the way that we've seen these LFR teammates work together, it would not surprise me if Juan drops down and takes third. You can probably hear my doorbell going off. That's not me missus, I don't think. If it is, then sucks to be her. She has a key, so I'd assume not. Which, note to self, lads, don't get excited and give your girlfriend the key to your buddy house 6 months into a relationship. It's not a good idea. Look at the gap between 6th and 7th though. Like, these front 6 have been in a race of their own, and it has been a really good race to watch between these 6. It's not been good action wise, but it's been good to see just 6 drivers very similar, maybe 5, because Erpek seems to be in a league of his own. I'm gonna cough, I think. There we go. Get the COVID out of you whilst we can. We're going to keep an eye on Million Pete. He's going to use what he can. I think he's eyeing up a move on Hull here. Juan's also eyeing up a move on Wouter. We're going to look at the Peas one for a moment. You can see just at the front of your screen there, the other two go side by side as Peas gets the move done. No, he doesn't. They still go side by side. Hull picks up a penalty for his troubles as they still go side by side. They're touching and grinding and none of them hit the wall. And Peas now gets the move done, but he's going to get a poor run out of that, and you're going to think Hull's just going to come straight back at him. Yes, he is, and could this all be for nothing? They're costing each other time. The two at the front are still fighting. Walter's managed to hold on somehow. We saw them going side by side. These two still going side by side, and this is the racing that we want to see. And Hull is... oh! Clean, but a little bit, you know... a little bit aggressive, but in a good way. Not in a nasty way. And this is more like the racing that we like to see. The only issue with these two now, they have just cost themselves time to the front two, so they're almost putting themselves in a fight for P5, which I think for P's might be quite infuriating now, seeing that Hull has picked up a penalty. We've got a yellow flag up for who, Chris Kamara? I don't know, Jeff. Is there? We've got a yellow flag for someone. I'm not quite sure why the yellow flags are out. I have to be honest with you. It's a virtual safety car. And it's for Calvin Robb, I think. Has he picked up damage? He's in the pits. That's not going to be a full course safety car, surely not. DRS has been enabled. No, we are back up and going again. Has anyone benefited from that? Really? Not too much. He's massive run Hull. I think he might choose to sit behind him this time. No, oh yes, he is. I thought he was going to go for it again. I thought he hadn't learned his lesson, but he is learning his lesson. He's going to eye up this time, try to get him on this straight. Has to make sure that his exit is great, and it's okay. It's not great. It's not amazing. Hull might have just given himself enough room there to defend this off. I think he actually has done. And he has, yeah. P's not getting the exit that he could have hoped for, and he's stuck behind Hullet for an extra lap. And if it's Gullit, by the way, I apologise, but I'm going to call you Hullet for obvious reasons. Wouter now, all over the back of Adakov. Once again, another driver inside this LFR sandwich. This one would be like a mayo sandwich. Not quite as tasty, is it? It's just... well, with peas, you know something's going to happen. Just waiting for something to happen. That's all we can hope for at the moment. Erpek just walking away with this at the moment. 6 laps remaining of this Grand Prix. This is probably going to be one of those typical Baku races where we see an overtake on the line. Tends to happen at Baku, just with the nature of the DRS. It is such a powerful thing down the back straight. As I have now got a message from Milady. No, it's from Danny Ward. Never mind, I'm a lonely person. Let's keep our eyes on Juan. DRS, ERS. Goes to the outside of Wouter. Wouter manages to hold on, breaks a lot later. And Peas has finally got past Hull. It goes deep though. Hull's going to get an extra run. We don't know who to watch. We're going to watch these guys. Who's this? Oh, Callum Robb on the softs is getting involved. I thought that was the ghost car. I'm like, I promise you it's on 80. Well, I'm right up behind Wouter there. Right, I don't know who to watch at the moment because there's a ghost car causing all sorts of carnage. He's going to give... oh, this changes everything. He's going to give DRS to Peas, surely. Which gives Peas an advantage that I didn't think he'd have. And Gullit must be really angry at this point because he's stayed ahead for the most part. The moment Peas has got ahead, he's now got potential DRS assistance to stay ahead of Gullit. So this is crazy. I'm going to sneeze. I've had a sneeze chilling at the end of my nose for about 10 minutes. I'm waiting for it to come. Everything's a bit calmer at the front. Oh, I heard someone hit a wall, and that was a hard hit. Someone hit a wall. I can't see the cars because of the camera angle. Let's go to this, as Juan's going to get another run. We've seen this overtake many, many times. I apologise, guys, if my enthusiasm has slowly gone down. My voice is killing me right now. We are seeing the move now. Juan gets past Wouter, up into P3 again, and LFR find themselves both in a podium position. And these Relentless boys are just not having a great time with it at the moment, are they? Wouter's slowly dropped down the field. Was in P1 after the pit stops, now down into P4. His teammate is very far behind because of the almost time wasting that he had with Pullet. Probably actually, in hindsight, might have thought, oh, it's got a penalty now, I should just sit behind him and we'll catch these guys who are fighting, but they chose not to. And Adakov has lost DRS to Juan, and I wonder whether he'll choose to back off and put him back in it or not, because this is a team event, and at the moment, the way things stand, Wouter's going to get back past Juan on DRS. So if I was Adakov, I'd personally lower my pace a little bit, accept that I'm probably not going to catch first place, and help keep my teammate ahead of Wouter. We'll see whether that's the case. And I think that might be what we're seeing, is he's just lost 2 temps going down this straight. Let's find out. That would be the smart play, at least. Let's go on board with him and see whether he does let off a little bit. He does. He stayed in 7th there, you saw that. And that's just put Juan into DRS. And that is great teamwork from these guys, because that might just keep him ahead of Wouter. Great teamwork from the LFR guys. They've been a great team all race, to be honest. They would be obviously my team of the week if we did that. We don't, so they're not. You know what I mean? But I don't think any of them will get driver of the day either, because Erpic has been absolutely flawless this race. Things are calming down a little bit now. We've got NLR rounded off by the 2 LFR drivers. Relentless holding 4th and 5th. CPI Hullet still hanging in there, but with that penalty, he's looking probably at the barrels of P6 currently. Quiet race from the guys at the back. We're going to give them a little bit of love and attention for a second. BNLRE 7th and 8th. Where are they currently in the standings? They're currently in P4, so 7th and 8th, not the worst result in the world for them. Probably doesn't help that CPI Hullet is ahead of him, and Callum Robb picks up another penalty. Now, he's really struggling on this track. Yeah, Marty now, he's just kind of, I feel bad for these drivers at the back. They've kind of just had to hot lap 26 laps of Baku on their own. It's not been exciting for them. I don't think we're going to see anyone challenge for these back points positions either, sadly. So the only action that we have is at the front, and that has been short on supply, I can say. Apologies, guys, if the commentary has not been quite up to par. This has been both my first time doing a solo com, my first time hosting the commentary at the session, and I'm very, very ill. Just a few more laps of the Baku Grand Prix. The lapped car has played its part, I'd assume. It's been giving DRS to people, but it didn't help out P's the way that we thought it would. I mean, it probably has actually. It's probably kept P's. Has Hood just hit the wall there? Has he got any damage? Is this lapped car? Oh, Callum Robb is now in the amongst of these guys. He picked up a penalty as well. But he is on fresh softs. This would be a real... He's not doing anything wrong, but he's in 30... This would be a shame if a lapped car was to determine the outcome of this race. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we don't see too much change. But it would be a shame if we were to see a lapped car just change the natural order of things. But we'll see what happens. If he doesn't, always good. And if he does, I'm sure we'll see some complaints. Rightfully so. I think what we're going to see now is people kind of... Is anyone harvesting? strange that the guy at the front's got the most. I think I'd start harvesting at this point. Peas is, but he's got no one near. Anyway, he's harvesting to have the fight with Hullet, but Hullet's also harvesting, so this is going to be a very interesting fight. But he has got that penalty involved, so will it matter that much? Walter will go on board with, who's going to possibly look for a run and wham. He's got 1%, he's got nothing left in the tank. Clearly doesn't have the best straight line speed. And these drivers, they're going to need to save something, because they've got one last shot at it really after this lap, so I feel like if someone would have saved a little bit, they'd have maybe snatched a position at the end. But Carwin Rob making his way through the field. Oh, that's going to be distracting for Adakov there. But Adakov played his part very well. I think I'd be swearing, saying some very horrible stuff to Carwin Rob at this point. But Adakov played his part very well. Probably Wham has his... Oh, what happened here? We've got a yellow flag. I've just heard a massive crash. Who's crashed? Someone's hit the wall. No? Ivan and Mike as DNF from the race. Both ESW drivers are out. I said that we've not seen a DNF in the castle section. One right at the end, and you know what? That is karma, because he'll remember in Division 4 he snatched a P4 off me because I crashed on the last lap into the castle section, so screw him. We're going to come down now to the last lap of the race. Yeah, we're going to start, you know, our race leader starts the last lap of the race, 6.1 seconds, a dominant performance from him. Walter not harvested anything, so he's not going to have much to go at it for the last lap of the race. And I think Adakov has played the perfect part in keeping his teammate ahead. Almost tempted to give him driver of the day, to be honest, but it's just so hard to argue with Erpek. But this is the only thing on track that we've really got to watch. I mean, we've got these guys going at it. We'll look at this for a second, because I don't think Walter's going to be close enough to go for anything. But, I mean, Hullet's got the penalty out. I think he'll think better of it. And now he will. Oh, he makes contact with Pease there. And needs to be careful. Stephen takes away the fastest lap point with a 39.6 with fresh soft tyres. And he wasn't really losing out on anything. Both these drivers pitted together. Quite a smart move there, just gaining himself an extra point, I guess. It's down to Macus to see whether he can take it, but they're on the same team. They clearly chose to pit together. Smart move for the BNLRE drivers, really thinking of just the little things to get an extra point or two, which we'll love to see. But we're going to go back to the front as we come to close the lap. We're going to look at our pretty much the whole race lead. I know he wasn't first for the whole race, but for the most part he was first, and we're going to watch him come through the last two corners. An absolutely dominant drive from NLR Erpek. As he comes down the straight, he's already weaving. Bin it please, it would be hilarious. No shades of Max Verstappen going down this straight. No one looks close enough on the delta to cause an incident. He crosses the line to win the race, dominant fashion. Sorry I couldn't be more enthusiastic, and my voice is absolutely gone. LFR Adakov takes second, with his teammate LFR Juan taking third. Both the relentless drivers, as Hullet's going to try to maybe get him on the line for dramatic effect. Doesn't even do that, useless. Walter takes fourth, Pease takes fifth. Costing Relentless a lot of money as well, with a very damaged car crossing the line. The BNLR drivers, they're going to come down now. Will they secure the fastest lap point? I mean, I think they will either way. It just depends which one of them will do. Stevens crossing the line. Can Macus steal the fastest lap off him? Yes, he can with a 38.9. Steals a point from his teammate, but in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. Still a point for your team. Marty, hats off for hanging on in there. Takes 9th place. And Razorback, I think it's top 10. Might be 12, but I think it's top 10. I get points, and Razorback takes that. And congratulations for him for staying in it. Calvin Robb obviously finished the race already because he got lapped. And Petuka, whose AI has roamed around for a while, crosses the line in 12th. So that was the Baku Grand Prix. I'm absolutely tortured. I apologise that we're not going to get interviews today, but I'm going to go and have a lem sip or something. Erpek, absolutely unreal. Have to give him the driver of the day. I want to give a shout out to Adakov, who played the team game very, very well. But Erpek, incredible drive from him from start to finish. Good points for NOR. Overall, still a good weekend for Relentless, 4th and 5th. I don't think they're going to be too worried. As long as they put them results together, I think they are looking in a very dominant position. Obviously, they're going to have to start driving the likes of Mark at some point, and that will be interesting to see. But we saw the last time he raced Imola. So, that has been your Baku Grand Prix for the IRT Esports event. I have been Nolan Just Wi-Fi. Apologies for the lack of enthusiasm in the last 10 minutes or so. Very run down. And hopefully by next week I'll be feeling a lot better. And hopefully I'll have a commentary partner. Thank you guys for watching. Quick rundown of the order there. I'll run it down just so people need to see it. There we go. And yeah, thank you very much. Hope you have a good night. I'm going to go die.